Ellen Evans. I am the Marian Michael Harris Curator of Byzantine Art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and I am welcoming you today on behalf of the Axion Eston Foundation Board of Advisors. I am pleased to have you attend this first installment of a new program series called Byzantine Soundscapes. The Axion Eston Foundation has collaborated with the Met for a number of years on the effort to make Byzantine art and music available and of interest to everyone. We had the Greek Byzantine Choir, directed by Lycurgus Alexanopoulos at the Temple of Dindur in 2008. The same choir took part in our landmark exhibition, The Glory of Byzantium, in 1997. And since then, we have had a number of performances working with Axion Eston, both in the building and elsewhere. Byzantine Soundscapes is a 5-year program and is made possible by the New York State Council of the Arts with the support of Governor Cuomo and the New York State Legislature. We want to thank Governor Andrew Cuomo and the state legislature for their support and the Council of the Arts for its ongoing support. We appreciate all they've done for the number of years that we've worked with them. As it happens, this Byzantine Soundscapes overlaps with the 1-year anniversary of the inscription of Byzantine chant by UNESCO in the representative list of the intangible cultural heritage of humanity. And so now I want to invite my fellow member of the Axion Eston Foundation Board of Advisors, Professor Peter Jeffries, to talk about that. He is professor of musicology and ethnomusicology and chair of the Department of Music at the University of Notre Dame, and Michael P. Grace Chair of Medieval Studies there, and a really, truly world-renowned scholar. But before I turn it over to Peter, do come to the Met in the coming months. Be sure to book your ticket online and be sure to come see our Byzantine galleries. And now, Peter.
Good morning. I'm Professor Peter Jeffrey. The performance that we're going to hear is partly a celebration of the fact that UNESCO has recently recognized Byzantine chant as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. What that means, UNESCO, the United Nations Educational Commission, is they have a program where they recognize what they call World Heritage Sites. So these are places that are important, historically, artistically important, and need to be preserved. But they also have a second program for what they call intangible cultural heritage, things that are not buildings, not places, but rather practices or traditions. So some of them, there are countries all over the world have submitted cultural practices that they have for recognition. And they include things like arts and crafts. They include traditional ceremonies, forms of theater, and music. So when the item that's submitted is music, the UNESCO sends it to the International Council for Traditional Music, which is the worldwide organization for academic scholars who study traditional forms of music, and they write reports on whether it should be recognized. Then, if it is recognized, as it was in our case, it makes it easier for people who are involved in the practice, people who want to promote it, teach it, preserve it. It makes it easier for them to get recognition and funding from local sources. It helps them persuade the government that this is important and it's worth preserving. Helps them persuade private foundations and other sources of funding. And so it gives the tradition a boost by helping to demonstrate that this is something important and it's worth preserving. In this case, the countries that put it forward were Greece and Cyprus, but in fact, Byzantine chant is performed in many countries that used to be part of the Byzantine Empire, including Italy, Turkey, Israel, and in the United States. So we're glad to have this national or international recognition that shows that Byzantine chant is important, and that the efforts that we're putting into preserving and teaching it are well spent. The performance is also in memory of Professor Katie Romanu, who was a professor at the University of Athens for many years and a scholar of Greek music and Byzantine music. And among her publications is this book, which is a translation of The Great Theory of Music by Chrysanthos of Miletos, who was, it's the most important work of Byzantine music theory that was published in the 19th century, and it's foundational for the way Byzantine music is performed today. So because she passed recently, this performance is also in honor, memory of her. So sit back, listen, and enjoy the performance.
και τα πουλιά της Δύσης, άστρο της αυγής, γιατί αργήσες να βγεις. σιγά να πατώ στη γη.
βάσανα και η αγάπη πικρές. Πώς έχει ο κόσμος βάσανα και η αγάπη πικρές. Με της αγάπης τη φωτιά όποιος καεί δεν βγαίνει κι αν γιάνει και κάμια φορά πάλι σημάδι μένει. Κι αν γιάνει και κάμια φορά πάλι σημάδι μένει. Το πληγωμένο στήθος μου πόνημα δεν το λέει. Τα χείλη μου κι αν τραγουδούν μέσα η καρδιά μου κλαίγει. Τα χείλη μου κι αν τραγουδούν μέσα η καρδιά μου κλαίγει. Τα βότανα τα γιατρικά μον το κορμί γιατρεύουν, μα οι πληγές που έχει η καρδιά άλλο γιατρό γυρεύουν. Μα οι πληγές που έχει η καρδιά